So I had to do a second video here. And this was a video that was very touching to me because it triggered some feelings in me on a good Sunday. So I had to do a part 2 on this Travis Hunter situation. Travis Hunter was hit on a dirty play, defenseless on the sideline, after he was passed interfered with. A guy come across, hit him in the stomach, ribs, whatever. He went out, came back a little bit, and ended up going to have to go to the hospital. Word is he's going to be out for possibly a few weeks, for whatever it is, right? The game was very messy. The players played messy. CSU, like I said, that coach should be ashamed of himself. This might be the straw to break the coming back, man. I don't know. His character didn't line up with what he say he was, and neither did his players. It make you want to hurt somebody, make you want to wish harm, and that ain't what life is about. You definitely won't do that with no game. It's an emotional component, but you dealing with somebody health. It's a thing you really don't want to talk about because it make you mad, because it's a week before Oregon and USC, and beyond the fact of needing a guy like that, or feeling you need a guy like that. It's a game that you wanted to see. Anybody know football, you want to see that matchup. You want to see Travis Hunter out there against USC in Oregon. You want to see him matched up with, they say, Branch, and you want to see that as a football fan, you or whatever you want to call it. You want to see that. You don't want to see, unless you're a hater, you don't want to see a team at their best go against a team who's not at their best. You want to see some good football at the end of the day. And for you to go out over something like that, that's like, some weak stuff, especially with the type of person you dealt with. It wasn't like it just was a fluke, he slipped and pulled the hamstring. It was a dirty play. And it almost make you want something dirty to happen to the other guy. You feel like somebody should have sent the bounty on him and took out their player or took him out. You almost want to feel that way because it was unnecessary. It wasn't even a regular hit, and it just so happened he got hit the wrong way. It was him letting up on a pass that flew out of bounds after being held, pass interference, and the guy come out of nowhere and just hit him. Don't even see him coming. Ball wasn't a play on the ball. Play was over. And you let that happen. It's like, man, it's like it's crazy. This stuff come in your head. Like somebody go to the campus and find him. It's crazy. Because that right there, it's really beyond football. It's like you out of order. And with that, it throws off a dynamic. Yeah, he played both sides. You definitely want to see the matchup on D. You definitely want to have that weapon on offense, right? And some people say that's what comes with playing both sides of football. What the dirty play got to do with playing both sides of the ball? It can happen on either side where you playing one side or the other. Somebody hitting a player after the play and hurting them is a no-no in sports. Somebody need to deal with that for real. I know everybody talking about it. What was he, number 11 or something? Well, I don't forget what his number was over there. But I know everybody's going to be talking about it. See, people sleep. And they still sleep, and it was a late game. If that had been a noon game, people gonna be talking about it. You best believe, first take, everybody gonna be talking about this. I don't even think you want to put your reputation out there like that. I don't know. He might get some hate calls. I mean, you really put yourself in a bad spot. You didn't just make a good play and hurt this man. You in trouble. From people who not like me, but could be me. I could be like, I'm not. But man, if I was. Man, that's just crazy. This football thing. But with all that being said, I'm going to tell you something. They won. Horton cut loose a little bit. And we got some players that could have covered who wasn't out there. And we'll get into that. Because this might be one of the best things happen to CU. And let me tell you why. It gives the team something to rally behind. It's no longer superstar on the sideline. Oh, everybody dodging now, everybody on the bandwagon. That's the scariest thing. It threw me off. After one game, everybody jump on the bandwagon. You were just clowning them, and then everybody jump on there, and then all the superstars. That concerns me. Honestly, I don't say, but it's like it make people jealous of you, and it gives you the ability to be considered unfocused. Or when you do lose, that's the first thing they're going to say. Oh, y'all got all that. Because they jealous, right? And it's like, it comes with the prime effect. I seen that JSU. Everybody wanted them to lose every week. All the way up to the national championship with Black HBCU. And they went in double overtime and lost. And people, they held their breath until they lost. Even their own fans, especially once they found out he was going to Colorado. So it comes with that hate, man. Want to see you fail? That's not good, because you don't want nobody to do that to you, and you don't want it to come back on you either. But I do believe some jealousy on Travis Hunter, and all the hype he got, and he went from undermining to he's the greatest player. I think players are jealous. I think people are jealous. They can't stand people getting celebrated. They don't want to hear you get celebrated too much. And that was a concern of mine. Him and Shador. Not only they key players, but that they are key players. They do make a difference in the game, especially the QB, and people jumping on top of him as well. It really should bring something out in the players. Somebody diving on your QB. I don't care how tired you are or whatever. You should want to do something. I said in my last video, I didn't see the aggression really translate. For all the junk talking in a dirty place, I really didn't see you wake up and say, you know what? Y'all done went too far. I didn't really see that. They trying to hurt your players. It should do something inside of you. And it's war. It's war at that point. But I do believe that more weapons will develop after this. For one, we've seen a tight end emerge, which probably, should have been used the whole time. He had it here and there. He's a legit weapon. You can't just pile up and double up on, Travis Hunter, and then you see Weaver emerge, and Jimmy Horn. Jimmy Horn emerged, then Weaver emerged, then you seen Dawson emerge, and you say, okay, we're gonna do this zone thing. Then you got your tight end sent up underneath. You ain't got to do little dunking dive passes that we seen, screens. Now you got that tight end, and now he go sit in that middle. Y'all sitting 20 yards off the ball, saying we're not gonna let you go over our head, and then we got everything sitting underneath. But guess what? Your middle's open. See, you can't be good at everything. That's just how that's how strategy works. Unless you got a whole bunch of superstars on your team, you're not going to have a number one DB for every receiver and tight end. If you do, you going to the national championship. Because you're not covering them man. You're covering them in the zone. Everybody's resort to the zone thing because they know they don't have the players to one-on-one match up these receivers. So we've seen the last couple of weeks this zone thing. And they try to zone them out and say, you're not going to beat me over top with the deep ball. And I'm going to let you catch it underneath, and I'm going to let my linebackers and linemen flood to you on those little screen underneath routes, which that's what's been done. It hasn't been ultimately successful. But now you bring that tight end in, you don't have to do that dink and dive. You can go right where them linebackers at, and you can actually play action that thing. Now, which is going to happen, I can see it coming. Look like those same little screen routes. Formation, everything. And that tight end just going to be open. You slide on the running back out the backfield. That's great. But this could be a decoy for that tight end. So you're not going to cover all of them. You're not going to cover Dylan Edwards coming out the backfield. You got Xavier Weaver, Jimmy Horn, Dawson. And then, the tight end. You're not covering all of them. And get a pass rush. So they got a lot to work with. This thing that's happened here makes it where it's not going to be a personality-centered team. Yeah, you still have Shador, but it's truly like Brady now. You don't really have that, they only can throw this one guy receiver now. Now everybody's even, which makes it really harder for you to hone in on the receiver now. It allows your game plan to be a little more broad, because you're not so heavy towards this one person to be the playmaker. Now you really got to watch everybody. You can't say, this is going to Travis Hunter's 3rd and 12. Now you really got to be ready for all of them. I think that plays in their favor. Because sometimes when you heavy on one hand, you have the tendency to lean towards that. And it's kind of predictable. But when everybody even, you can't predict nothing. Is it going to the tight end? Is it going to Xavier Weaver? Jimmy Horn gonna be underneath, catch the ball 5-yard ride and take it for 30 yards. Little Dawson, he quick and fast and sneaky. He come in off the bench and it's like, who is this guy? You still got Javon Antonio. He's still injured over that big receiver. I don't know when he's coming back. But when he comes back, no film on him. No real preparation for him. Because when he come back, you probably not even gonna know he's coming back to the game. So he could emerge. It's a lot of things, a lot of packages they can do that really exploit. It's almost like it's a new team when you no longer have that heavy Travis Hunter dynamic on both sides of the ball, right? It's a beautiful thing to win when he go down. It's definitely a confidence boost to make a comeback without him, to finish the game and win on defense without him. For two reasons. One, they know they can win without him. Two, when he come back, the team is going to be better, that much better than when they was winning with him, almost with the assumption that he's a big part of that win because he's locking down that side of the field, right? It's almost like, can we do it without him? You did it without him. You really can do it with him. It's a beautiful thing that them going to these next couple games and winning without Travis Hunter, it's going to be a wake-up call for everybody else. Because what you can't do no longer, well, you know, they got Travis Hunter and Shedeur, da-da-da-da. It's an actual team now. That's what can come out of this. It would allow maybe McClain to emerge. I don't know what's going on with the shortage. Somebody's going to have to step up. So Stoudemire is another one. I saw him on the sidelines with the shoulder pads off and the jersey on. I don't think he played. I don't think he did. I don't know what point did he not get in. I got hurt or what. But that's another true freshman, very good DB, who usually comes in to relieve Travis as that third DB. Hopefully he'll be back. I don't think he have any major injury because I haven't heard anything. But these guys can't really step up. They gotta believe. See what Travis have? He's like that. He's like the honey badger, or he's just like one of those smaller. One thing about Travis, he believes in himself so strong that it overrides talent and skill. He can dominate somebody who may be faster or stronger. He's just so aggressive and he's so confident that you're gonna bend to his will. And that's one thing I really believe he can really mentor Kamani on. Kamani has all the attributes, but he just don't have the confidence, how he move. He don't have that. It's not gonna happen. You get me, and watch what happens. Travis Hunter, you can get him next play. He gonna pick it off. And he gonna stump all over the field. Kamani McClain don't have that. I'm not saying he has to be vocal, but he hasn't really shown that at the college level. That refusal, that what they call dog. Once he has that, it's gonna be a problem. He's almost 6'3". He's fast. He has a lot of instincts, football instincts, and he hasn't really shown the full confidence in himself. Hopefully this makes him step up because he's able. He's able to do what Travis on it. That's why he's number one. He just don't have that same mentality. Hopefully he can wake up and say, I can do this. And once he does, it's going to be a problem for a lot of teams. Because I feel like if he was really awoke and alive, he could have covered Horton. About the same height, long. He could have covered him one-on-one when Travis went down. But he ain't got that dog. Let that dog wake up in Carmoni. Stoudemire the same way. He's another big DB. I think he's like 6'1", 200-something pounds. He has a little dog in him. He's confident. But he was there a little longer. He came early. Kamani came late. Kamani. So these guys can step up. It can be the best thing in the world because the pressure won't be on Travis Hunter. And I think that not having the pressure on Travis Hunter makes this team even more dangerous because you can't lean on him. You can't target him. He can get those breaks. And everybody's just that much more better. I believe, some of the safeties are out. I know Slusher is out. I think Ward is over there. He played a lot of special teams. I think he can get in there. I know Travis J is still over there injured. He can even do a little DB, but I doubt it with his knee, but he's a safety. They have some guys that should be coming back. Defense-wise, they're still kind of slowly coming back in. And they have some injuries. Like I said, Simon Craig played very well. He came up, made some hits, looked just like he did at JSU. He had another interception. And he's flying under the radar. Shiloh's flying under the radar. And while we started saying the defense is not good, you're not looking at what they are doing. You're not looking at the improvements they are making. I would like to see more of a rush on the line, but I also see opportunity for some linebacker blitz packages. And I think that all becomes possible with better and stronger and more confident defensive back play. When you can put somebody like a Kamani in who can run with a guy, and we dragging across the field, and he can run with him. You don't have to worry about a linebacker being there or not. You can let him go, pin his ears back, put pressure on the QB. I think those days are coming. It has to now. Travis is gone. I think it's going to really open up some new looks, some new personnel, because you just can't lean on lockdown Travis. Now, some blitz packages. Now, some other guys coming in. I believe that's coming. So, it's a lot of people say, oh, it's over because Travis Hunter's gone. What you going to do now? I think the offense is good. I mean, he made some key catches because he's a dog, right, in the games. But has he scored? He hasn't been like a guy who's scoring through 2 or 3 touchdowns. So it's not a big major hit in production as far as touchdowns. Maybe moving the chains. Defense, that's another thing because he's been locking guys down. But mark my word, they got some other guys. Once they realize it, they will be able. They may have to do it exactly on the same level as Travis Hunter. They don't have to even be a complete lockdown, but they can get in there if they believed in themselves and they were willing to step up. We got a couple guys that can do it, who can help manage that game and keep it, competitive. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. Keep that in mind as we get ready for Oregon on what this is going to look like. At least it keeps it interesting. It almost seemed that people, the bandwagon got so strong that people, CU just going to run away. It's a long season. Injuries happen. Things happen. It was always possible for something to happen to Travis Hunter or any player. And that's any team. Caleb Williams can go and get hurt. And the UFC can go, Bo Nix can get hurt. They're key players. It's a long season. They can have a little a game where, somebody can come in and sneak up on them. It's a long season. It's already starting to happen. So they just keep an eye on it. As long as they keep winning and let other people go and make mistakes and lose. We've seen Tennessee lose. I think Kansas State lost. As long as other teams lose and they keep winning, it's going to be pretty stable. But these next 2 games with Oregon and USC definitely going to make a difference. It's going to make a difference not only in their ranking, but it's going to make a difference in conference play because these both are teams in their conference and they both are ranked. So these are indeed critical 2 games. I said it. They're going to go into this game 3-0. I also said that it's going to have some big repercussions as far as, what this season is going to look like as far as ranking and playoffs and things like that, even Heisman. So, like I always say, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Greg said it, and I'll see you all soon.